What up, YouTube? What up, Bucs fans, NFL fans? Come make this video to talk about the win that we had last night against the Vikings, against the Minnesota Vikings. But first and foremost, I want to apologize to Bucs fans and to all the Viking fans because I couldn't make a video. I was a little busy with work stuff and school stuff and all that kind of business. But I want to apologize to Vikings video makers, Moose09 and Stario84. It was a great game, y'all. Good game, even though y'all came out with the losses, but y'all got a heck of a defense. And Adrian Peterson, you know, the beast that he is, and Percy Harvin, another excellent player y'all have, y'all just missing a couple of pieces in my eyes. I mean, y'all just missing a couple of pieces, just like we're missing a couple of pieces, because both of our teams are pretty much almost similar, being that we're both young teams and we're missing a couple of pieces, offense or on defense, you know, to take us to another step or whatever. But yeah, I apologize for not making a video. Good luck to for the rest of the season for y'all, and yeah. Back to this win. Great game. First of all, for Doug Martin. If y'all saw the game, the man was just doing everything, running the ball. When he went over 100 yards, I think he had 120 some yards rushing. He caught the ball and of course ran screens. He scored off of one screen play, I think it was, or a short pass, I don't know. But man, the man has a burst. He has a burst, and he has that getaway speed, and he has the vision. And he's already small. He's already like 5'5" or 5'6". I don't know. He's super short. You know, he's like a Ray Rice. But yeah, he was pretty much, you know, doing his thing. And Josh Freeman came out, did a good job. You know, didn't force anything. You know, didn't have any major errors. Of course, on a couple of passes, you know, he threw behind receivers or in the wrong spot, or you know. But for the most part, I think he did a good job, though. I don't know what y'all think. That's what I think. Our defense, man, I think they played pretty good. I think, especially against Adrian Peterson. Yes, I think Adrian, he did go over 100 yards, but it was really because one run he broke for 64 yards, and eventually, I mean, everybody knows he's gonna break a run. But we did a pretty good job before that, and after that play, after that touchdown run, did a pretty good job on him. Rondé Barber managed to strip the man, and we picked up the fumble and whatnot. And I forgot, somebody else fumbled. I think it was, I don't know if it was Jerome Simpson. I think he fumbled, I don't know. But he fumbled on another play. But there was another play too that was interesting to me. I forgot our corner's name, but he was number 29. Forgot, can't really think of it off the top of my head right now. It's not McDonald. I don't know. It's some other, he was undrafted, but he was I think he was on Jerome Simpson, and Simpson caught the ball, and the corner like ripped it out of his hands, and I thought it was an interception. I thought both his feet was in when he ripped it out of his hands, but you know, eventually he stepped out of bounds. I guess when he had complete possession of the ball, he was out of bounds. But great play in our corners. I think they did a decent job. Eric Wright, you know, a lot of people might talk trash about him, yeah, because I be on Twitter. I be on Twitter most of the time while the game is on, and there's a lot of people, Buck fans, that, you know, that dog Eric Wright. But Eric Wright, all that he do is make good plays. He tackles, you know, covers well. Of course, he might give up a play here or there. He's no Darrelle Revis or Champ Bailey, or, you know, none of that. But, you know, he does a pretty good job. I mean, I think he's played better than Aqib this year. And speaking of Aqib Talib, I don't know if he's going to be back next week against the Raiders. I think he's going to be back next week. I don't know if they decided to keep him or whatnot, which I pretty much believe they should keep him, because I mean the man really has grown and changed. I mean, this happened because he was taking Adderall or whatever the freak it is, you know, performance enhancement or whatever, you know, which I don't. That's the pills that college students take, you know, to focus more. That, I mean, really, for that. But that's Roger Goodell for you. I mean, pretty soon it's gonna be a flag football league or something. I don't know, but yeah, I believe Akeem is still a, you know, he's a good corner. He's probably our best cornerback on this team. But for now, you know, Eric Wright's doing his thing. But you know, if we get Akeem back, he plays really good. You know, we need him. We need him in this upcoming game. I don't know if the Raiders have Hayward Bay still. Then we face the Chargers. You know how Phillip Rivers uses receivers and all that. You know, and down line, and you know, we need our corners. And EJ Biggers, man, the man is playing. He's playing real good. You know, in Akeem's absence, he stepped up. You know, making plays. You know, sure, again, he gets beat sometimes, just like Eric Wright, but he makes plays still. He makes, you know, stops and this and that, and he's been tackling superbly. You know, in these last couple of games that Akeem's been out. And I think all corners are doing a great job. Mark Barron, you know, doing his thing. He tried to, you know, hit Adrian Peterson a couple of times, but it just wasn't working out. You know, he kind of bounced off of him or something. But you know, at least he stopped him a little bit. A man that I haven't really talked much about, but he's a key piece to our defense, is Lavonte David. Man, this dude is you know, of course, a rookie linebacker. This dude is just a football player. He's just a beast, man. He is just so physical and so fast, and he's a pretty good tackler on this team, man. It's just amazing. He's almost everywhere on the field, and I'm pretty glad that we have him on this team, man. He's just a rookie, so hey, you can only get better from there, man. Only get better. Mason Foster's playing well, playing better than last year. I don't know if it's because he doesn't have the headset in his helmet. It's Lavonte David who has it, but maybe, you know, Mason could play a little bit faster when he doesn't have to worry about all that or whatever. Quincy Black, you know, played a decent game. Our defensive line, Jerry McCoy, you know, Miller, Michael Bennett was balling. We actually got Daquan Bowers back for that game. He actually had 1 sack, I think when he when Ponders fumbled the snap or whatever, you know, Daquan Bowers got in there and touched him after he had picked up the ball. But it was a pretty impressive game. I like the results, you know. Just gotta keep playing like that, man. Keep playing like that, and keep pushing. You know, we need to go on the street if we want to make it to the playoffs, or if we want to climb up this NFC South, you know, ranking or whatever. But I think the Bucs did pretty good, despite, you know, even though after they lost a pretty close games to the Saints and then came back on a short week and had to play the Vikings. You know, they did a pretty good job. Looking forward to the next game against the Raiders. The Bucs got to travel all the way to the West Coast. I don't know. In the past, I don't think that has worked out for the Bucs. You know, traveling to the West Coast, they most likely, you know, they almost always get the behind tore up. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What else can I say? Mike Williams. Oh yeah, Mike Williams, beast of game. This dude is just a pure athlete at the receiver position. He would out-jump people, and man, he got hands. Vincent Jackson really didn't get much catches. He had maybe like three catches, I think. But Mike Williams put in more work. Underwood, man, this dude. Oh man, at the slot position, he's just a security blanket for Josh Freeman. And let's not forget, announcers, you know, they they said a couple of times he runs the 4.3 something. So, you know, pretty quick receiver or whatever, whatnot. And I don't know about y'all Bucs fan, but I'm ready for Roscoe Parrish to do something, man. I'm ready for him to bust a big return a big return or something. You know, I'm ready for him to just go out there, because I mean everybody know that's what he does. That's what he did in Buffalo. You know, but almost lost the punt this game. He muffed it, but he managed to get back on top of it. But ready for the bust one. But alright, Buck fans, I'm about to get up out of here. Check y'all out before the Raiders game sometime next week. In the week I'll make a video or whatever. And one more time, I apologize to the Viking fans and the Viking video makers. And check y'all out. Peace.